Jesus was resurrected, he went to Thomas and said, Thomas, can you put your hand on his scars? He was not afraid of showing his scars. There are some times when we are afraid of showing people our mercy. We are afraid of showing people the truth because we fear being judged. But Jesus was not afraid of being judged. Now, I remember when we were in preschool, we used to write with our pencils. But as we graduated to high school, we start using our ball pens. Now, with a ball pen, we could not erase whatever we have wrote. So whenever we made a mistake, we could leave it like that and people would see that we had made a mistake. But I want to tell somebody that Jesus is not afraid, is not ashamed of your story. God is not ashamed of your story. Your mercy is somebody's message. Your mercy is somebody's message. God is going to take that mercy and transform it to be somebody's message. Now, I want to remind you of a woman who met Jesus at the well. Jesus was waiting for the woman at the well. And when she got there, Jesus asked, woman, can you give me water? And they get to a point when Jesus said to the woman, how many husbands do you have? And she said, I do not have. There are many people who labeled her different names. Some call her a prostitute, some call her a harlot. They give her names, they labeled her, but she was truthful to Jesus. And from that time, Jesus transformed her to become a minister of the word. I want you to tell to somebody today that God is not ashamed of your history. God knows and understands of your history. God is going to transform you, but what you need to do is that you need to become truthful to God. You need to pour out your heart and say, God, I want you to transform me. God is God who transforms the calling. I want you to understand that God does not choose people who are right. God does not choose people who are righteous, but He's the one who perfects the calling. The Bible said we were called, yet we were sinners. God does not call people because of their perfect record. God is God who transforms and perfects the calling. So when God calls you, He does not look on what you have done. I want to remind you of Moses. Moses was a murderer. He killed somebody before God could use him. I want to remind you of Paul. Paul who killed multitudes of Christians before God converted him and meet him to his point of need. I want you to remind you of David. David was a prostitute. He killed an adulterer. He killed somebody over his wife, but God continued to call him, he is a man after my own heart. Now, as I was reading this, I said, God, what do you want to show me? God said, I do not choose you because of what you have done. He is the one that chooses people. And when you are called, it's not because of our mighty, it's because of His mighty, it's because of His glory. Jesus showed His scars because a lot of time when we look at our history, we start to condemn ourselves. The world will start to condemn you and because they know your history. But I want to tell you that this is a turning point. God is about to transform your life. God is about to transform your life. No matter what you have done, some of you have done abortions, but God does not look at your past. God wants to use you for His ministry. God, He starts with what you have. I want you to remind you of a woman who was about to die, and God said, what do you have? And He used what He had. God does not look on what people say about yourself. God does not look at how many qualifications do you have. He meets you at the point of your need. He is the God that can meet you at the point of your need. I want to remind you of Zacchaeus. One time Zacchaeus was too short and he could not meet Jesus, but Jesus met him at the point of his need and turned his life around. God is about to transform your life, but what you need to understand is that you need to pour out your heart. You need to be truthful and say, God, here I am. I want you to use me.